Hey, Apple.
What?
Knife.
Huh?
Ooh. Oh, I warned you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Real Business Roundtable. Today we're going to talk about comparing apples to apples. First, we got to give our shout outs. Shout out to Janet Tizu, shout out to my mom, and today's non-sponsor, we're not getting paid anything, is This Choice, which is our top picks for today. You can give it the stamp, which is the Liquid Death Cherry Obituary.
Does this have caffeine in it?
It's a soda water, flavored sparkling water, absolutely delicious. They're not a sponsor. This is a genuine review. I picked up one of these at a local gas station, and it was amazing. I fell in love with it. I actually bought the 12-pack from Amazon.
There are 5 ingredients in this.
God.
I've never tried this
Cherry
before.
Obituary. Ladies and gentlemen, top pick. Wow. It's got a hint of cherry. It's absolutely delicious. Ladies and gentlemen, Liquid Death. Now let's get into the episode. Comparing apples to apples. Not all apples are exactly the same. Why are we calling this episode that?
Oh, wow.
We're calling this episode Comparing Apples to Apples to teach small business owners that when they're out there shopping for not necessarily a product, let's say a service, whatever, people like to make their decisions on price. This is the worst approach you could ever make when trying to choose a vendor. Why is this bad? You have to put yourself in that small business owner or big business's shoes when you're looking at the price. Let's say one price point is $2,000. And the next price point with a comparable, which in your opinion you think is a similar service, it's actually not when you kind of look under the hood. Some people generalize and jump to conclusions. You know, we run into folks that will compare a full all-out digital marketing campaign and compare that to hosting on GoDaddy. They'll be like, yeah, I pay $10 a month. I'm like, dude, that is not a sound strategy. I don't know what planet you are on. So this is more of an educational episode to teach small business owners that when you're trying to find a vendor, that you have to take the initiative to look under the hood. Understand as a small business owner, okay, what is this person doing? What are they providing? What is the talent of the staff doing said work? What is their experience? What does their portfolio look like? How long have they been doing this? You have to factor this stuff in when deciding, should you go with the $200 option or should you go with the $2,000 option? Also, you have to factor in, okay, what are you as a small business owner going to get out of this service? It's very, very important because you have some people who think it's like going to the grocery store. They're walking down the aisle. They see a box of Cheez-Its, ladies and gentlemen, Cheez-Its. And Market Basket has it for, let's say, $2.19. And Hannaford has it for $3.12. And I'm automatically going to go to Market Basket. There is this mindset that's ingrained into people who apply that to the wrong situations. Do not shop on price for services that require skill sets. It's like if it's going to impact your livelihood, if it's going to impact where you live, if you're getting a custom home built, for example, you're going to get a custom home built. Don't just go to the cheapest option because they could be using hardware in the kitchen made out of crap, just low-end materials. And then when you move in, you're like, oh my God, this is a bunch of particle board, and you had no idea. So I'm trying to stay focused, folks. So when you are out there trying to shop for a product or service, the person comes to you, hey, Mr. Ma'am, I can do this. The way you can look under the hood is a couple things. First and foremost, ask them how long they've been doing this. Ma'am, sir, how long have you been doing this? Factor that in. There's a big difference between a couple of years versus 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. Big difference. So that added experience adds what? What? Value. The longer the person's been doing it, it means they can do it with their eyes closed while they're sleeping. Person that's been doing it for a year or two, okay, they could probably get the job done, but not at the level that you might be expecting. So factor that in. How long have you been doing this? Ladies and gentlemen, how long have you been doing this? Next question that you should be asking a vendor is, how do you actually execute said service? What is your process? As long as it's not proprietary, what are you putting into this? Is it just you in a basement in your underpants with that box of Cheez-Its?
God, I love these things. Best damn snack there is.
Or are you on the 5th floor of a building downtown with a team of 20 professionals working? This is a big difference, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the facts. This is what you're dealing with, okay? The guy that's $200 a month is probably not, at face value, you think, oh my God, there's only $200 a month. You are not winning. You are not getting anything. We just got out of a meeting. And the guy has been paying for, digital marketing services, very, very low amount. And he's wondering why he's not seeing progress. This person happens to be in an industry that requires a little bit more horsepower than your average small business. And right away, we see this constantly. We're creating this episode to teach you. You don't have to hire us to grow your company. You can hire anybody you want. Just know that a price that they command, there is a reason behind it. The talent, The next question is, what type of talent do you have on your team? Fill me in.
It's a good segue.
Fill me in. What type of talent do you have? Is it just you or do you have a team? This is super important to justify said investment, for the love of ass.
I have a point that I'm gonna make. I'm just letting him. I was doing something. I'm gonna let him get his point across, and then I have a good point.
I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Just
Sam and I were snickering because we're like, is Jake gonna say anything?
I know, for the love of God.
I have a point. Okay, how many team members do you have? Fantastic.
Yeah,
Ask
that's
the
a
question.
that's a
great
great question. Let me just remind the audience.
Build off of that
How
a little
many
bit.
how many people do you have on your team?
Yeah.
How many people?
If they say, and now ask a follow-up question, are a lot of these people outsourced? Are a lot of these
Yes.
services outsourced? That's it.
Do you outsource? Do you outsource? Now, certain situations, it's okay for certain situations, because a lot of construction people have crews that they sub, but these are good crews that are proven. But in certain other industries, you want to make sure you know that the person has a team to justify that price. Go ahead.
Absolutely. The last point that I want to make, or the first point that I want to make, which is most likely the last point of this episode.
Dude, no way. I'm not done. I'm not done with this episode.
No, you can build off of what you already said. Realistically,
9-minute episode.
the only way that you can 100%, those are all great pre-qualifying questions. Fantastic. It's good to know those things. If you don't understand digital marketing at a very minimal level, then they could be selling you bullshit. And now, realistically, everyone this day and age has an understanding of social media and website stuff. And there's ads out there that, tell you need a website for this. Well, it's obvious you need a website for this, but what kind of website, right? Okay, now what is a good consistency of this? Or what is a good amount of this for that? And, there's a lot of different moving pieces. As long as you have a very broad and even minor understanding of digital marketing and things that need to get done. For example, the different types of SEO. I'm not going to get into it now. The point I'm trying to make is that we have other episodes where we break down those pieces, give you a basic understanding. Do it yourself or hire a company to do it. It doesn't matter. As long as you have a basic understanding, so that when you are qualifying an agency or qualifying a team, whatever, a person, you know what questions to ask from your knowledge of digital marketing. That for me is one of the most important things. Now, I have, through experience of working with vendors for certain things, I know what questions to ask that lead to the thing I'm looking for, right? You have a thing that you're looking for. You want this to happen, this to happen, this to happen. Your understanding of digital marketing is going to allow you to ask the questions that qualify those people.
Exactly. The next question that you need to ask them is, what should I expect? What should I expect? What are the timelines? What are the timelines? Should I wait 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or endless amounts of fuck, ladies and gentlemen? How long is it going to take to build this custom home? How long is it going to install a new kitchen? How long is it going to take to mow my lawn? Get a timeline before you sign anything. Get a timeline so you understand what you're about to engage. Because if you're dealing with someone that is asking for a small price and then they give you some insane timeline, it's really not worth it. You should be working with someone that has a staff, that has the horsepower, the amount of oomph, the power behind it to push and be successful and get it done in a timely manner. So we're trying to get at to get through to the minds of people. Don't shop on price. It's the worst thing in any industry when a customer goes, well, how much? And you're literally like 3 seconds into an engaging conversation. How much? I said, well, where are your sales now and where do you want them to be? Or let's say someone's back to construction. Let's say, well, how much is the new kitchen? Well, ma'am, sir, it depends on the materials. Do you want synthetic countertops or do you want some beautiful granite? There's a big difference. What do you want? I can make recommendations. Let's try to lock down a budget. But, a $10,000 kitchen versus a $100,000 kitchen, these are definitely different apples. We're talking about completely different, okay? So when you are shopping for something as a small business owner or a consumer, you have to understand that you've probably heard this before. You get what you pay for.
I want to give an example because Andy's talking about it, the bunch of construction and shit. So you've toured places, you've gone to an open house, you've seen, apartments and stuff if you're searching, whatever. You've been in a kitchen or like a bathroom or like anything where the second you get in there, you're like, oh yeah, it looks nice. And then you start touching things and you open up a cabinet and you're like, oh. Bruh. You notice these small things. Everything looks good from the front, right? In a magazine, the $100,000 kitchen and the $10,000 kitchen is going to look, they're both going to look good. Maybe to a trained eye, they can tell the difference. But until you get in there and you start opening the cabinets, you check out what's in the dishwasher, you see the sink, right? You start noticing these things once you get into the back end. You get what I'm putting down. But this kind of relates to the questions, to understanding the moving pieces in the back end, right? Like I said, to a trained eye, they can see that stuff. But you can break into the back end and ask these certain questions.
Peel back the onion. Just don't be scared, because if you're going to make an investment, you're going to buy anything, just make sure that there is a difference between quality and shit. And if you want quality, you have to pay for it, because quality usually represents more time, more labor, higher quality materials. You have to take these into consideration. You can't hire a vendor or hire someone to do something that is going to do subpar work that's just complete dog shit, Yeah. You gotta look at it closely.
Look at it. That was good. Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable.
God, bro.
Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please like, subscribe, post notifications. Peace out. See you next time.